fine. Okay. So I think it's a fourth class of permutation and combination, and permutation and combination. So tell me anyone, how many topics we will cover till date? Exactly, four topics we will cover. And I think in first class I will discuss the fundamental principle of countings. After that I will discuss fundamental principle of addition and multiplication, and then we start permutation and combination. We take a combination I think, and after that we will cover in the combination topic will be restricted combination and combination under various conditions. But the today's topic will very important because I will discuss some results which is directly asked in your exams. Okay, so write down some important results about point. Okay, and these result contain I think 5 topics, and these 5 topics, 5 points will very important for your exams. Okay, so write down first. I will dictate. If there are n points, if there are n points in a plane, if there are n points in a plane, and m points, m less than n, m points are collinear, then what the given statement says, suppose if you have 10 points and 5 points are collinear. Tell me anyone, what do you mean by collinear points? Exactly, the points which is seated on a single straight line is called the collinear points. Okay, these points are called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 points are called collinear points. Right? So take first number of different straight lines. Number of different straight lines can be obtained from these straight lines, can be obtained from these endpoints is number of straight lines can be obtained by joining these endpoints is MC2 minus MC2 plus 1. This is a direct result. Now I will explain how this result will come. Okay, the explanation will be suppose you have n points. Okay, you have n points and n points are collinear. Now tell me anyone, if you have, what is the meaning of this sentence? If you have n points and you have to select a straight line, and a straight line can be formed by using two points. So our requirement is only 2 points and total number of points will be n. That's why we can take NC2, and this NC2 represent the total number of straight line can be formed by using the n points. Okay, but the question arises, why we subtracted NC2 here? Because there are n points which are collinear. Means Suppose 5 points are collinear, right? 5 points are collinear and we join these 5 points. But these 5 points is already included in NC2, right? That's why we subtract MC2. Means the straight line formed by these M points can be subtracted from NC2. And now why we add plus 1? Because if we subtract this line, then we wholly delete this line. Okay, that's why we can add this single straight line. This is 1. Clear? Okay. So this is the direct formula. If you want to find how many straight lines by using the endpoints and endpoints are collinear, then the direct formula will be here. Okay. Now next point will be second, number of different triangles. Number of different triangles can be formed by joining these endpoints. By joining these endpoints, the formula will be NC3 minus NC3. Now tell me anyone, how many points you needed? How many points you needed for forming the triangle? You want only 3 points, right? So total number of points will be n, and the point we have to require for forming the triangle will 3, right? So NC3 will be the number of triangle which is formed by using n points, and the requirement is 3 points. Okay. So why we subtract MC3? Because if the points are collinear, then we cannot able to form the triangle. You understand? Suppose this is 3 points. We cannot form any triangle by using these 3 points. We form only a straight line, not a triangle. Okay? That's why we subtracted here MC3. Clear? Okay. Now write down one question. If I will dictate, if there are 12 points, if there are 12 points in which 5 points are collinear, if n points, 12 points and 5 points are collinear, then find first one, number of different straight lines. Number of different straight lines can be formed by using these 2 lines, by using any of these points. Okay. And the second one is number of different triangles can be formed by using these points. Okay. Now the solution of this I will give you as a homework, but hint is given by me. Hint will be here total points are 12, means the value of n is equal to 12 and 5 points are collinear, means the value of m is equal to 5. Then now put the value of n and the value of n in the given formula and we got the result. Okay. So straight lines are straight lines. Tell me, NC2 means 12C2 minus 5C2 plus 1. Okay. And number of triangles are triangles. 12C3 minus 5C3. Okay. After solving, you got your desired result. It is clear? Okay. Now we move towards the next topic. Second point. Leave half pages for solution, and after that you will continue point second. Write down the number of diagonals, formed by the number of diagonals formed by n-sided polygon, formed by n-sided polygon. Means whatever be the value of n, we want to find the number of diagonals. Whatever be the value of n, if we want to find the number of diagonals in the given polygon, then we have directly result nc2 minus. Now the question arises how this formula will come. Then explanation will be for finding the straight line, we got 2 points, right? And total number of points will be n. And we all know that if the polygon are of n-sided, then total number of vertices will also be n, right? So if we want to find the diagonal, then we have joined two vertices. Any two vertices, if we join any two vertices, then we got the diagonal of any polygon. Okay, so if we take this rectangle and we join this, name as A, B, C. Okay, we take a triangle, and how many sides are there? 4 sides. First, second, third, fourth. And how many vertices are? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But NC2 contains this side as well. Diagonal is contained, no problem. But the side of the given triangle is also contained in NC2. That's why we can subtract it. This. Okay. So we subtract, and these sides of the triangle are subtracted from NC2. Okay. So the direct formula will be NC2 minus. For what? For finding the diagonals of n-sided polygon. If we want to verify the given formula, then we all know that the rectangle contains only 2 diagonals. Okay. If we put, and the value of n here is 4, n is equal to 4. Okay. If we put 4 here, then 4c2 minus 4 is equal to 4 into 3 upon 2 into 1. Okay. Now 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Means 4-sided polygon will contain only 4 diagonals. Okay. So verify the results. Right. Now the third point will be take. Can I love this side? Okay. Now in this heading, put your heading 1. Write down the number of triangles, the number of triangles, the number of triangles formed by, the number of triangles formed by using n vertices of n-sided polygon. N-sided polygon. Okay. Now if you want to find the number of triangles, means how many number of triangles in n-sided polygon, whatever be the value of n, we can't, it doesn't matter. If you have 100-sided polygon, then how many triangle you obtain? The direct formula will be given by NC. Okay, why we take NC3? Because the total number of points will be n, and for forming the triangle, how many points you needed? Only 3 points I needed. That's why we can take NC3. Okay, so NC3 will be the result. So if we got the questions which is asked in your JEE Mains examination, then you can directly put the value of n here and you got the results within 2 or 3 seconds. Right? This is the beauty of this formula. Okay. Now the second point. Write down the number of triangles whose one side, the number of triangles whose one side is the side of polygon, What this statement says, suppose you have hexagon, means 6 sides. Okay, now we have to form a triangle in such a way that the triangle contains only one side of this polygon. Okay, one side means this is side. We cannot form this triangle because this triangle contains two sides of the given polygon. Okay, so this is wrong way of drawing triangle. According to this is wrong way of drawing triangle. We can form this. This triangle is correct. Why? Because this triangle contains only one side of the given polygon, and this side will not be the side of polygon. Okay. So the direct formula is given by n and n minus 4. Now the question arises, why we subtract n minus 4 and why we multiply here n? So answer will be, the total points will be n, and if we subtract these 4 points, because if we take these points, then we got two sides of the given polygon. If we got these points, then we got two sides of the given polygon. That's why we can subtract the points first, second, third and fourth. If we subtract 4 points from the given polygon, then we can got the triangle whose one side is the side of polygon. Right? So n, and why we multiply n here? Because if we take base this, then we can form triangle as like that. If we take base this, then we can form a triangle like that. If we take the base this, then we can form triangle like that. If we take base this, then we can form triangle like that. Okay, so we have 6 bases, means 6 sides and 6 bases. That's why we multiply n here and n minus 4. Okay, so let us take third point. Write down the number of triangles. The number of triangles Here the restriction is that the triangle contains only one side of the given polygon, but here the triangle will contain two sides of the polygon. Means if we take a hexagon, okay, so we can form triangle like that. This triangle contains two sides of the given polygon, right? First side is there and second side is there. Okay, so this triangle contains two sides of the polygon. Again, this is one triangle first. If we join this, this triangle also contains two sides of the given polygon. This is one and this is two. Okay, this is second triangle. If we take this, then this triangle also contains the two sides of the given triangle, right? If we take this, the third, this triangle also contains the two sides of the given polygon. If we take this, then fifth, and if we take this, this is 6. Okay, so we got 6 points, right? So n points, you can directly say the number of triangles whose two sides are the side of polygon, then n will be the desired result. Okay, so you can directly use the given results in your examination and you will got the desired result within 2 seconds, right? So take the other point 4 will be, write down the number of triangle whose side is none of the side of polygon, none of the sides of polygon. Now what's the given statement says? The given statement, compare the result. Students, please compare the result. Here we take one side of polygon for forming the triangle, and here we take two sides of the polygon for finding the triangle. Okay, but here we not use any side of polygon. Means if we form the triangle, then we cannot use any side of polygon. But these triangles are contained within the polygon. So we can subtract NC2, NC3 means total number of triangles minus one-sided minus means n minus 4 will be subtracted, and we subtract n also because two-sided triangle subtract. Okay, so this is the result which is obtained. So if you got any type of question regarding this in your JEE Mains examination, then within 2 to 3 seconds you will got the result by putting the value of n here. Okay, now write down question. Write down one question. The number of triangles whose vertices are at vertices of a regular octagon. Okay, vertices of a regular octagon. What do you mean by octagon? Tell me anyone. Exactly. 8 vertices are there. Octagon is a polygon in which 8 vertices are there. Okay. Continue the statement. But regular octagon, but none of whose sides none of whose sides is a side of octagon. Means we have to form a triangle in the octagon, but the triangle can't contain the sides of octagon, right? So you directly put the value of 8 here, n here, and you got the result. Tell me anyone, what will be the answer? It's a very easy, students. You can take only the n is equal to 8 here, and you can directly form the equation. After solving this equation, you can got the answer. Exactly, 16 will be the answer. Okay. So this is the question which is asked in JEE Main 2018. Okay. So JEE question which is asked here, JEE Mains 2018. So students, remember, this is a question of JEE and this is solved by you all guys. So you don't always think is JEE Mains always contain a difficult questions. Okay, 70% question is always in your reach. Okay, so thanks for today. I will take some important topics in next class. Thank you.